एक फुल टाइम जॉब के साथ एक साइड हसल कैसे सक्सेसफुली मैनेज किया जाए. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you some tips and strategies that I have picked up along the way in my journey. Hi everyone, welcome to Insider Gyan. My name is Soumi. I am an IIT Delhi and ISB Hyderabad graduate. इस चैनल पे मैं अपने experiences शेयर करती हूँ, journeys, learnings, etc. so that some of you can take away something from it. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. You know, Instagram पे मैं जब भी questions sticky डालती हूँ या generally जब लोग मुझसे मिलते हैं, one question that I get quite often is how I'm able to manage a full-time job and content creation side by side. Now, if you don't know about me, I do have a full-time job. I work in a fintech company as a management consultant and my job is anything but 9 to 5. कुछ लोगों का जॉब होता है ना 9 बजे शुरू होता है 5 बजे खत्म हो जाता है. मेरा जॉब बिल्कुल भी वैसा नहीं है. I often start my day at 8 and more often than not I continue working till like 8-9 in the evening as well. उसके साथ साथ because I don't stay in India, I don't have a lot of house help, so I have to do a lot of house chores as well, which I share with my partner. Then alongside I have to do some meal prep, cooking, और उसके साथ मुझे YouTube चैनल चलाने के लिए videos ideate करना पड़ता है, script करना पड़ता है, shoot करना पड़ता है. So there's a lot of things going on. I think I would be lying if I tell you that I do it very elegantly and एकदम seamlessly, smoothly सब कुछ चलता रहता है. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. Every day is a struggle. Every day I feel overwhelmed कि इतना कुछ है करने के लिए, कब करे. But I think the important thing is to make progress. So इस वीडियो में मैं 5-6 चीजें ऐसी शेयर करने वाली हूँ, some tips and strategies which have really helped me along the way. And I think if some of you are thinking about picking up a side hustle, which is becoming more and more important these days, these tips could help you in doing that. Tip number 1, fixing specific times of the day when you are going to dedicate it wholeheartedly towards your side hustle. उस टाइम पे और कुछ नहीं करना है, पूरा फोकस सिर्फ अपने side hustle या content creation पे लगाना है. If you do that, gradually it will become a habit. You can of course set your time based on your preferences. अगर तुम्हारा morning थोड़ा सा free रहता है, you can probably put in a few hours there. Find out whatever is most convenient for you. The idea is not to put in too many hours at one go, but whatever time you specify for yourself, you do that consistently. That's important. So personally, मैं अगर अपने बारे में बताऊँ तो I try to put in 2 hours every weekday in the evening, say about 9 to 11 या 9:30 to 11:30 for content creation, for all the other things that I do outside my full-time job. And on the weekend, Saturday evenings, I try to put in like 4 hours. Sunday mornings, I try to put in like another 4 hours. So that makes a total of 18 hours a week. And that's honestly quite a lot to make progress. But at the same time, of course, I'm a human being, right? अगर मैंने 18 घंटे budget किए हैं, I often don't end up using that much very religiously क्योंकि छोटा मोटा इधर उधर तो हो ही जाता है. Weekdays में some days if I have more work then I don't get 2 hours. Weekends में कभी कुछ plan बन जाता है या you know if you have some other chores that you have to do then उसका time थोड़ा कम हो जाता है. But overall, out of those 18 hours, even if I'm able to put in 10 to 12 hours every week, that just keeps me in the rhythm and helps me make progress. Tip number 2, being very shameful about saying no to social gatherings. Be comfortable saying no to that party you are being invited to, or you know, to a dinner to a friend's place. Now, usually what happens is there could be 2 scenarios. One is you really want to do something, but you cannot because you have to spend the time for your side hustle or whatever. Second could be you are being sort of obligated to attend a party, right? So if it's the second case, then of course just be shameless, just be comfortable saying no to your friends. I'm sure if they're friends or your family, they'll understand you. And if it is number 1, then allow yourself some gatherings, of course, some social life. We as human beings do need them, but थोड़ा तो prioritize करना पड़ेगा. Everyone has 24 hours in their life and it's all about how you best use those 24 hours, right? For me, what works best is Saturday mornings I keep free to do some chilling, yeah, going for a nice breakfast at a cafe or going for a morning walk, which takes me till about 11:30 already. Or if I have to meet my friends or I'm invited to a lunch at my friend's place, Saturday morning is what I save for that. Sunday evenings for me are a little bit about preparing for the next day. So Sunday evenings are also slightly slow, but not always. इन सब slots के अलावा if I have any other social gathering, either I'll plan ahead. अगर मुझे पहले से पता है, 1-2 हफ्ते पहले से पता है कि अगले सैटरडे मुझे शाम को एक डिनर पार्टी अटेंड करनी है, what I'll then do is I'll shift those 4 hours of my side hustle time to the morning. But अगर कोई last minute plan बनता है weekend पे, then that's an absolute no for me. And me as a person, I'm quite a private person. I'm happy with those 3 or 4 friends who I meet maybe once or twice a month, and then I'm happy with it. I don't feel the need to meet other people as well. So this pattern really works well for me. But if you are an extrovert, if you like going out and meeting people, then I think it might be a little hard for you, but at the same time, it's important to prioritize. Tip number 3 is to plan ahead. Being organized plays such a huge role in having productive days, right? And I don't have to tell you that. And most importantly, it also helps you in keeping the consistency going. Content creation game mein consistency is very, very important. And say for instance, if you know that you have to go for a trip, like a travel trip or have some wedding to attend next week, then of course उस time पे तुम कुछ काम तो नहीं कर पाओगे. But how many videos do you have to keep ready that needs to go out during that period of time? All of those clarity you will get only if you are planning ahead, only if you are creating a to-do list, only if you have a content calendar. So for me, what works best is I create a content calendar. एक Notion का मेरा spreadsheet है जहाँ पे मैं सबसे पहले तो whenever I get some topic ideas, like YouTube video के ideas आते हैं तो मैं उसमें डालती रहती हूँ. Then once or twice a month I sit down and schedule them कि ये वाले हफ्ते में ये वाला video जाना चाहिए, so that I have full clarity on what are some of the videos that I have to shoot in the next shoot day and basically plan accordingly. Personally, what happens with me is if I don't have a plan or a to-do list, I waste a lot of time thinking about क्या करना है, किसके बाद क्या करना है, or maybe there are so many things to do and they are all jumbled up in my head that I don't know where to start, and that just prevents me from taking action, which is not what you want to do, right? So all of these things in combination, planning ahead, making to-do lists, making a content calendar, helps me make slow but steady progress. Tip number 4, and this is literally a game changer, okay? And that's batch creating content. I can't tell you how much time this has helped me save. What I mean by batch creating content is तुम पहले से plan कर लो कि अगले हफ्ते या अगले महीने तुम्हें क्या क्या videos डालनी है, and all of those videos you sit on one day and shoot them on one day. You script them together, you shoot them together, you edit them together, and that just saves you a lot of time. Personally, for me, what happens is whenever it's my shoot day, I obviously have to get ready to look a little more presentable on camera. I have to set up the lights, I have to set up the camera. हाउस को थोड़ा सेटअप करना पड़ता है कि बैकग्राउंड वगैरह सब अच्छा लगे. एंड इफ आई एम पुटिंग इन सो मच एफर्ट, I would obviously like to maximize that effort and shoot say 4 or 5 videos in one go, right? And I acknowledge that this needs a little bit of planning, which is why tip number 3 is very, very important, planning ahead. You definitely need to know what are some of the videos that you have to shoot, especially when there are videos where you have to shoot some B-rolls, you need to make a list of all those B-rolls as well. It's not easy, it definitely needs a lot of planning, but that bit of planning can help you save a lot of time. Personally, for me, I sit down once in a month and shoot the entire month ka video in one go. For me, that turns out to be about 4 to 5 videos in one go, and that's good enough. Similarly for thumbnails, every time you put out a video, there needs to be thumbnails that go on the picture, right, on the cover page. For that also, I would take out one day a month or maybe 2 months and बहुत सारे photos उस दिन मैं खींच लेती हूँ, different poses में different हाथ की हरकतें करते हुए, and those then I repurpose for thumbnails every week. Batch creating content has brought back mental peace in my life the way I can't even tell you. So yeah, try it. Fifth tip is to start thinking about investing in your side hustle a little bit. Investing in a team, investing in systems, technology, etc. The biggest differentiator that you, who holds a full-time job, you might be having with another person who is creating content or doing freelancing or managing a hustle without a full-time job, is that you have a steady income stream coming, right? So set a percentage of that you want to reinvest in your side hustle, and think of ways where you can invest to get the maximum return. It could be different for different people, right? अगर मैं content creation field में हूँ, for me it really helps to get someone who can help me edit videos, for example, or someone who can do the groundwork. If someone's in the freelancing space, you could be investing in more systems, etc. Now, personally for me, how I go about this whole thing is, number one, investing in systems. For example, Canva. The professional version of Canva helps me make thumbnails very, very fast. So I invest in the professional version. Now that I'm trying to get a team on board tomorrow, when I have to manage tasks for the entire team, I know there are systems that I have to invest in, and I'm going to do that. Second thing I want to invest in is a team. I already have some people in my team, like 2 or 3, but I want to get more people on board. And you guys know, right? I already put out an internship wala video, and I know a lot of you applied as well. So that's the second type of investment that I want to bring in. Basically, मेरा फंडा ये है कि जो content ideation हो गया, content shooting तो of course मेरे को ही करना पड़ता है. Ideation, shooting, and any kind of strategies that I have to implement for the long-term vision of this channel, all those should come from my head and my effort and my working hands. Everything else, there needs to be other people who help me do it. And I'm happy to sort of teach them and bring them up to speed on कैसे करे वो सब. So be it groundwork, be it managing data, be it, editing videos, creating thumbnails, etc. And that's the mindset that I'm going with, even for the internship selection process. At the end of the day, we all earn money to buy ourselves some additional time and freedom, right? So why not use it? The last tip that I have for you guys, especially if you're in content creation, is repurposing as much content as you can. Now, unfortunately, the content space is such that everyone, whoever is creating content, and competition bhi bahut बढ़ गया है, everyone is fighting for the audience's attention. You really need to be consistent, be visible to your audience a lot more times versus your competitors to stay relevant, and for the algorithm, the platform algorithms, to keep pushing your content out to more and more people, and eventually in growing your channel, right? So that's the harsh reality of life. However, हम सब human beings है. We are not machines. We cannot churn out content at such a fast pace, and especially content being a bit of a creative space as well. A lot of times people do face creative blocks. A lot of times you don't find additional ideas that you're going to create videos on. So to mitigate that thing, all you need to do is be comfortable with repurposing content. एक लंबा content का piece बनाया, and then think of all the ways it can be repurposed for all the other platforms. Just to give you an example from my perspective, most of my energy goes in creating long form videos for YouTube. This is my main platform, and this is what I do best, right? And then I have my social media manager who goes through the videos, and she creates bite-sized pieces of content from my long form videos. It could be in the form of video snippets. It could also be in the form of carousel posts for Instagram. If I get someone from LinkedIn tomorrow, then that person is going to summarize my videos in words and put it out on LinkedIn. So think of all the ways that you can repurpose content. It's just going to help you create a lot more content in a lot less effort. So those were my tips for this video. Hope it helped some of you. If it did, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, तुम्हें पता ही है यार क्या करना है. You know the drill. You need to like the video. Please subscribe for whatever reason if you haven't subscribed already. I am on a mission to reach 100k subscribers this year, and I really, really need your help. If you have any video ideas, leave them in the comments, and I'm going to see you soon. Till then, bye.